Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of X Malice along Kei Okazaki's route. And we're in the middle of an action scene here chasing after Sancho. And Okazaki is pretty badly injured. And we're trying to contact Mochida for some help here. Let's see how this all pans out. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. I hurriedly called Mochida, but instead of me talking, I got an earful from him instead.
Was that an explosion? I can see smoke.
We were attacked with a bomb. Please, don't let anyone else inside the park.
What? Got it.
I lost sight of Sanjo. Should we chase him or head back to the entrance? What do you want to do? My thoughts were a mess, but I made up my mind. Okay, we're supposed to retreat, but I think we'll get a bad ending here if we don't, so I want to check that out. Let's see if we're in for a bad ending here. Let's see if I can die instead of him protecting me. I'll chase him. Okazaki, can you walk? Of course. I can pick you up in my arms and run. Don't do that. Then please, evacuate and get yourself somewhere safe. You know he's not going to do that. When you're somewhere secure, call an ambulance. Huh? I'm going after Sanjo alone. No, it's too dangerous. I'll be okay. I have confidence in my pistol skills. That's not the issue here. I should go with. I won't let you be hurt again. With that, I spun on my heel and started running. Ichika, wait! Okazaki yelled out to me, but I didn't look back. Oh boy. Oh, that's a really pretty forest. I sprinted after Sanjo as fast as I could so he wouldn't escape, but there was no sight of him. Did he already get away? But if he's not heading for the exit, he might be lurking nearby. Following that hunch, I started running again. Huh? I felt something hard underneath my foot. A landmine? By the time I realized it, it was too late. Time seemed to slow to a crawl for the next few moments. I was going to die. Hearing an explosion, I braced myself for death. Or so I thought. No! Just before the explosion, I felt something slam into me from behind. I fell to the ground some distance from where the blast had taken place. Before I could fully grasp what had happened. Okazaki! I cried out to a familiar figure who had fallen nearby. Okazaki, please hang in there! I sped over to check on him. But... I'm okay. I'm glad. Damn it, maybe I shouldn't have gone after the bad ending. Glad? What is there to be glad about here? I was in a delirious fog. His condition was obvious. These weren't wounds that he could recover from. But he smiled cheerfully like he always did. I failed. I really didn't want it to end like this. Okazaki. But listen, I managed to protect you. That much is true, so... Stop it! I'm sorry. I couldn't protect you until the very end, okay? Stop it! Don't speak anymore! Save your strength! Yoshinori said you're not the kind of guy to die even when he's killed. I quickly called for an ambulance. I gave them more status and immediately hung up. Ichika. Please, don't speak. That's mean. This is my last chance to say anything. Hey, I have a favor to ask. What is it? Pursue the X-Day cases until the very end. Don't give up. Don't run away. Just face forward, like you always do. You're special to everyone. Yes, I know. I absolutely won't give up, so don't you either. That's good. So I can say that I fulfilled it, right? Huh? my wish. Thanks for granting it. He laughed. It was the happiest I'd ever seen him. I couldn't understand what he was thinking. Okazaki. When I said his name, his hand gripped mine tightly. But in the next instant, this can't be happening. It suddenly fell limp. He'd only lost consciousness. It would be all right. He could still be saved. You'll be okay. The ambulance is almost here. They'll fix you up, so just take it easy. His eyes were closed and his face was lifeless, but when I touched his cheeks, they were warm. He'd be okay. Once you heal up, we'll laugh again, and send each other texts with emoji. We'll chat with each other. But that would be the last time that I'd ever see that smile I loved. Yeah, that is the worst bad ending I've had so far. He's too sweet to die. I don't like the fact that he's always trying to find a way to throw away his life. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to go after any more of Kei's bad endings, except for his tragic love ending. Alright, let's get back on track. I mean, usually I'm not that much of an emotional person, but I don't know. I'm in one of those times when I'm been very emotional lately. Even fictional things are harder to deal with. Alright, so this time we'll choose to retreat and save Okazaki's life. I might not be able to catch up to Sanjo. Even after I went after him alone, I couldn't leave Okazaki alone in his current condition. Let's fall back. Okay, they might have set up more traps in this part of Shinjuku Garden. And indeed he did. I called for an ambulance. Once I reported our status, I hung up right away. Let's tend to those wounds first. You're losing too much blood. I controlled my voice as much as I could to calm my nerves, and then I ripped my shirt off. Sorry, I get this image of her just busting her shirt off like some kind of muscle man or something, but probably means she ripped her sleeve off or something like that to make a bandage. Hey, what are you doing? Like I said, first aid. This is all I have available. I was a little embarrassed to be in my underwear. Oh no, she really did take her whole shirt off, huh? But propriety wasn't really an issue right now. Okazaki, on the other hand, seemed to be unusually shocked. Not exactly the way you wanted to see me in my underwear the first time, huh? He must have lost too much blood. Oh, don't give me that look. He's probably like, you could have used this coat that just hangs off my shoulder all the time. Is it too tight? Just tough it out. It's okay. You can make it tighter. Just... Huh? I feel bad that I'm getting first aid from you. Contrary to his words, Okazaki looked quite happy. It didn't sit right with me, so I felt I had to say something about it while I was treating him. Why are you so happy about this? This wound obviously hurts, and this is all my fault. So why? Because I managed to protect you properly. I'm grateful that I got injured that way. The wrongness of the situation now far outweighed any gratitude or guilt I was feeling. Why would you have to go to such extremes? You could have gotten yourself killed trying to protect me back there, Maybe, but you don't need to worry about that. That's my wish. What? Once I finished tying my shirt into a makeshift bandage, I let go and watched Okazaki. We gotta get this boy straightened out, come on. I knew that's what his wish has been, but still, we gotta change that. Thanks, this is good enough. We should hurry up and retreat. Why does he look so sexy all torn up? What did you mean? This is no time to talk, but more importantly... Huh? Oh, right. I only tore part of it. I can still wear it. My mind's still full of doubts. I put my shirt back on and buttoned it up. Anyway, we have to get out of here. He needs treatment soon. I stood up and then turned and offered my hand to Okazaki. Okazaki, can you walk? I'll lend you my shoulder, so grab hold. I'm okay, actually. Okazaki sighed. Hey, how about this? Huh? He suddenly took hold of my shoulder and threw an arm around me. Up we go. What? Suddenly, I was swept up off my feet. Here we go then. Hold on tight. Okazaki! I shouted his name in surprise, but he'd already started running with me in his arms. I was buffeted by the wind of another nearby blast. So they're over there too. We should hurry. Wait, Okazaki, put me down! Jeez, man. You're really light, Ichika. Have you been eating enough? Where did I have this conversation recently? Was it Enomoto? Yes. No, forget about that. Please, put me down. You'll open your wounds. You worry too much about me. Didn't you get burned a bit too? That's not worth carrying me over. I can run on my own, so... Hey look, we have matching scratches on our cheeks. Sorry. This is way faster. Besides, there's more of them than I thought. More of what? Bombs, apparently. Ah! See? It's dangerous to squirm too much. He might open up my wounds again. Oh, geez, put that on me. After he said that, I couldn't offer any more resistance. I desperately clung tightly to Okazaki as he carried me. So fast! Okazaki ran through the smoke at an incredible pace, despite being wounded and carrying someone else. I am impressed as hell, and really turned on. Maybe this way is actually faster. But his wounds... Okazaki's body felt hot. He had probably been burned. His clothes were in tatters. My chest tightened when I realized this. Ah, it's dangerous here too. Okay, let's try that way. Somehow, Okazaki knew that there were more bombs in that area, so he decided to change directions and avoid the path. How did you know? It's just experience. Experience? But how can that be instinctual? It's going to be okay. I won't let them hurt you. Okazaki. But for that, I need you to hold on tight. I absolutely don't want to let you get hurt. Okay. Truly a knight in shining armor. Month updates added to the thing. Chapter 5 we're moving into. Let's see how badly he's been injured. We're in the headquarters room. December 23rd.
Any leads on Keisuke Sanjo? Not yet. We're intensifying the manhunt at Shinjuku Garden. He used to be in traffic ops. We've got way too many enemies on the inside. Morioka, your irritation isn't helping. I know. But even if we capture Adonis' agents, their memories are wiped, and we can't get a foothold. X Day is right around the corner. We can't afford to be spinning our wheels now. I'm sorry about that, but I have some news you may find interesting. What? It's about the SP, Kei Okazaki, the one who was watching her. I believe he's been falsifying his reports recently. Are you saying he's double-crossed us? We don't know if he's connected to Adonis, but it's clear he knows something about her we don't. Most likely, Assistant Inspector Okazaki is attempting to protect his charge. Fine then, I'll check up on him later. Anyway, this is an emergency. We don't have time to just focus on the past. I want all resources on finding Adonis' HQ. Use whatever means necessary to root them out. Also, are there any new developments from investigating the captured suspects? We searched their home phone and internet records, but everything had been cleaned. We found nothing of note. It's certain that Sugawara was receiving commands from her implanted microchip, but cybercrime hasn't been able to locate the source of the transmissions. We're shaking down suspicious religious cults and anti-government groups, but there are no indications any of them are connected to Adonis. Ever since Adonis was dismantled 2 years ago, details on their remnants have been hazy. That's all we have to report. So, we've got nothing. There seems to be some kind of commotion. Oh no, not you. Chief, what are you doing here?
I don't think I've ever seen Morioka look that surprised.
I will personally be taking command of the X-Day investigation from this point.
Oh, crap.
I'm disappointed in investigations. Command is wondering how long you'll allow this chaos to continue. My own dignity is at stake here. If the damage spreads any further, the police stand to lose all public credibility. First, let me address all the monthly X-Day cases up until November. Whichever of these crimes are unsolved, you are to arrest suspects immediately. Wait a minute, sir. If it were that easy, the investigation wouldn't still be ongoing. I've included this in the report, but every one of the captured perpetrators has had their memories erased by Adonis. I don't care.
Isn't this kinda illegal?
I'm sure you have some likely suspects. This is an emergency. There's no time to be concerned with nonsense like concrete evidence. So, you want us to arrest anyone that we haven't completely ruled out? Correct. I'm sure that the talented officers of Section 1 have narrowed down your searches to people of interest who have strong motives. I hear you suspect Ogata from May due to his grudge from his mistaken arrest, as well as the bereaved for that student's suicide. It's fine as long as you feed the public a compelling reason for their arrests. Erase memories, don't erase their guilt. But all of those people have solid alibis for the crimes they're linked to. Then make them less solid. Do whatever you have to. Just arrest them. Chief, we understand your reasoning, but you're asking us to undermine this investigation. Rounding up suspects under fabricated charges will result in arrests that won't stick, and incite more terrorist attacks.
Yeah, they'll make Adonis step it up.
Our priority right now is to root out Adonis' leadership and dismantle the group. Adonis' leadership? Do you have any idea about them? We're currently determining their organization. Is now the time to be taking it so easy? In the eyes of the public, the X-Day crimes are being committed by people who are so terrible that even the police can't touch them. Of course, we're being blamed for our inability to prevent the attacks, but hatred for the terrorists is still stronger. With a terrorist organization of this scale, this is no longer only the police's problem. Thus, rather than trying to prevent terrorism, capturing any criminals we can should help restore the faith of the public. I disagree. The priority is to stop terrorism. The lives of the citizens are at stake. And what if you fail again? Will you let the credibility of the police fall into ruin? Of course we'll investigate the past incidents, but stopping terrorism is our top priority. We won't compromise on that. I can't allow you to futilely divide your forces to accomplish lesser objectives. Futile. Forgive my bluntness, Chief, but you're prioritizing honor and faith over the lives of the people, and that's not the police's mission. What did you say? Calm down, you two. You may have a personal dispute, but this meeting needs to move on. We'll keep working in here, so why don't you two come to terms outside? Minagishi. Just go cool off for a minute. Sorry. Just who do you think you are? Pretty insolent for a mere commissioner. That's it for today's meeting. Individual orders will be given out afterwards. I apologize for my rudeness, sir. We'll continue this elsewhere. Oh, Morioka. Before that, one thing. What? Someone new will be joining us. I think we should have a talk with him. About her. Someone new? Why am I here? Sorry to keep you waiting. Could we ask you a few questions? Oh boy. And back to Ichika. December 23rd, 2:20 p.m. Stop! Mr. Okazaki! How many times have I told you to sleep? Is this a nurse again? I'll be fine, I said. It doesn't hurt, and I'll heal fine without sleep. A night had passed since the Shinjuku Garden event. I submitted a general incident report and got some time off, so I visited the hospital. Okazaki always trying to leave the hospital. When I arrived, I heard voices arguing from the hospital room. Don't tell me.
I had permission from my superiors, and I'd personally like to leave too. What? Excuse me, may I come in? I could assume what they were arguing about, so I interrupted. Ichika! Okazaki's face lit up like a blooming flower when he saw me. I was relieved that he was in good spirits, but I could only return a vague smile. Are you okay? Did you get the day off? I only had some minor burns, but they asked me to rest for now. Well, you worked really hard, so you should take a break. And what are you doing? Don't I always tell you not to push yourself so hard? That's my line. Huh? Are you an acquaintance of Mr. Okazaki? Yes. I told him he can't leave, but he won't listen. He was just wounded yesterday. Can you tell him? He even got changed on his own. Explain to the nurse that I'm perfectly fine. You know that, don't you? Would you two stop telling me to tell the other person stuff? The conversation went as I expected, and I returned their questions with silence. Then I turned to the nurse. I'm sorry, but could we have some privacy, please? Very well. Please watch over him so he doesn't run away, and call me if you need anything. Thank you. I watched her go and then turned my attention back to Okazaki. That's one strong nurse. When I tried to leave this morning, she forcibly dragged me back in here. Wow. That's just how weak you are from your injuries. That means you need to rest. I see. Here, Okazaki, these are for you. Wow, pretty flowers. Thanks. Oh, but I'm about to leave, so I guess I'll take them home for decoration. I gave you flowers before, but now I'm getting them back. Now we match. I just stared silently at Okazaki as he happily chuckled. Ichika, what's wrong? Are you in a bad mood? No. I wasn't angry. I was relieved to see him so cheerful. It was as if the events of yesterday had never happened. But he's pushing himself too hard. His smile and skin tone were worse than normal. Even on painkillers, he still had to be in pain. Of course it hurts. He was wounded so badly. Yet, he was smiling as he always did. Until yesterday, I might have thought that Okazaki was just being himself. But now, it all felt so wrong to me. Have a seat, Okazaki. We need to talk. Okay. Yes, tell him to stop trying to die. Okazaki tilted his head curiously and sat down on the bed. He beckoned me over and I sat next to him. There aren't any other patients here, I think. And then I could speak calmly. I took a breath. First, thank you so much for yesterday. What's up? And I'm really sorry that you got hurt because of me. I dipped my head apologetically and heard him reply in a wry tone. Don't apologize. You did nothing wrong. I just made a small mistake. I misjudged your position and let you move into Sanjo's angle of attack. I considered the things he might try, but I didn't think about traps or explosives. I guess I'm getting rusty. Even as he berated himself, there was something happy about his voice. It was heartrending. But I'm glad that you weren't hurt too badly. I'm glad I was able to protect you. Sanjo got away, but we still have his trail, so we'll just have to try harder. Before that, I have something to ask you. Yeah? Why are you going so far for my sake? Huh? Why are you literally putting your life on the line to protect me? What do you mean? I'm SP. It's normal for me to risk my life to protect someone I decided to protect. It might seem weird to you, but everyone in the SP is exactly the same. Is that true? It's true that an SP officer risks his life to protect his principal. That's not what's strange to me. But you seem to overemphasize the risking your life part of the job over the part where you protect other people, Okazaki. I'll ask you one more time. Why are you risking your life for me? You asked me the same thing yesterday. Yes, back then. Why do you have to go to such extremes? You could have gotten yourself killed trying to protect me back there, you know? Maybe, but you don't need to worry about that. That's my wish. That's what you said. What did you mean? I meant exactly what I said. Exactly? Hey, don't worry so much about it. He laughed bitterly, perhaps noticing my growing suspicion. I'm full of life, and we have new intel. Yesterday was really productive. I am worried about it. You're not going to distract me from this. So, why don't we keep at this, like we've been doing? I won't fail you again. Don't try to hide it. You won't be able to work like you could before. Please, answer me honestly. I don't think I can work with you anymore if I don't know the whole truth. My mind was a swirling miasma of doubt and uncertainty. If I couldn't clear them up, then I couldn't stay by his side the way I did before. Okay, so? I watched him sigh in resignation. I quietly took a deep breath. Okazaki, I don't want to ask. Okazaki, do you really not care if you die while protecting me? I bluntly stated my question, and I wanted to cover my ears so I couldn't hear his reply. That's right. He calmly affirmed my worst fears. You see, I want to die while protecting you. His smile didn't crack. It was as gentle as ever. He said the words I least wanted to hear. What are you talking about?
You're Okazaki from the SP. You want to die, don't you? Like me. You're I say you're searching for a place to die.
I recalled Sanjo's words. I hadn't understood what he meant back then, but now I made the connection. What if he... Okazaki, do you want to... die? I don't want to die in vain. There's no value in a meaningless death. I just want to meet an end that has meaning. I didn't want to understand. He wasn't saying that he was prepared to risk his life to protect me. He was protecting me because he wanted to die? That's why you protected me? You knew Adonis was targeting me, and that I was chasing them so I'd be in danger. I was someone worth protecting in his eyes. In other words, someone that would be in dangerous situations. He was protecting someone who was high risk in order to die. An honorable death? Just for that? No, I don't want honor or glory. I want to die while protecting you. Because I'm a VIP. Not just that. You said you'd never run away from a challenge. You won't give up midway. That's what's important. He may have been complimenting me, but it didn't resonate that way at all. Before he had said, no matter what happens, no matter what the cost, my job is to protect someone special. I have my own role too. My own life gains meaning because I can protect someone else. That's how I choose to view it. That was his raison d'etre. Ichika? This entire time I'd misread him. His vacant eyes weren't merely peaceful. They were gloomy, longing for death. That doesn't make me happy. Huh? If that's why you're protecting me, then I don't appreciate that at all. I was shouting at him. My eyes were downcast, fists clenched in my lap. How could I ever be happy if I caused your death? I'd be tortured by guilt and sorrow. I don't want to make you sad either. I don't plan on going down like I did yesterday. I'll protect you until the very... The end? What end? If I have to lose you to solve these crimes, then what's the point? Even if this is something you wish for, what about my feelings? That's not good either, but this is my wish. I'm sorry. I know what you're trying to say. I don't want to die and make you cry, and I don't want you to be sad. But everything will be okay. You'll forget about me soon enough. If this ends with you being sad, that's enough for me. It'll have been worth dying for. How could you? You're strong, so you'll be fine. You can face the future without me. It's like in Yanagi's route when he was saying, there's no point if you're not there, and that made me so sad, and I didn't really make that impression at the time, but that's like what I feel like with Okazaki. It's like, there's no point if you're not there. In any of these games, it's like, I don't want the guy to die, there's no point in me living if you sacrifice your life for me and I don't have you anymore. So you really don't care what I think about this, do you? It was like all our time together was crumbling. I was glad he offered to protect me despite this. He had been kind to me and made me feel safe. I like Okazaki's smile. When my collar had been exposed, I felt depressed for betraying his trust. His seriousness toward his work, his bluntness, his kindness, and his playfulness. When we were together again, I felt like the two of us were growing closer. I want to be by his side. I want to be with him forever, but he's special to me, and yet, all this time, he'd just been using me to fulfill his wish to die. I don't want someone like you protecting me. I thought that I didn't mind being used, but now I couldn't take it anymore. Wait, don't overreact. That's not what I meant. I don't want to be protected by someone who's only living so they can die. But you'll really be in danger without someone to protect you. Can't you just take advantage of my services to keep yourself alive? Still, I'm not actively seeking out danger. It's tough protecting you in your situation. You try desperately to reach your goals, and I risked death several times now because of the way you do things. I made you a promise. No matter what happens, you won't run. No matter what happens, I'll protect you, so don't run away from me no matter what. Don't give up on your dreams, no matter what it costs you. Stand proud. I chose to protect you because you're you, so can you promise me that? Whatever my feelings, it's not as if your goals have to change at all, right? Nothing that you need to do is even the slightest bit different. He had warned me countless times not to forget my goals, not to turn away from reality, to carry out my ultimate goal of protecting Shinjuku, no matter what. Just yesterday I agreed with him. But now, I won't run. No means no. Makes it sound like something else. But actually, we're going to stop the video there. And we shall continue this in the next episode. God, come on, Okazaki. Let us bring more meaning to your life. Try harder to live, please. Well, I hope to see you in that next episode, or in some of my other videos. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.